We welcome you in and we apologize for the technical difficulties we had there getting some audio. But we should be good now. We welcome you into some beautiful weather here for high school baseball. It's Oak Hill and St. Albans, Red Devils versus Red Dragons. We'll go through the starting lineups here real quickly for the visiting Red Dragons of St. Albans, leading off to the second baseman, number 1, Braxton Burke. Gavin Comer is over at third. He'll be in the 2 spot wearing number 4. Brogan Sams, we saw him have a heck of a performance in a basketball game up at the Lilly Center over basketball season. He'll be at short and be playing in the number 3 spot in the batting order. He'll be wearing number 11. Chance Campbell's the center fielder for St. Albans. He'll be wearing number 3, batting in the 4 spot. Caden Riggin is behind the dish, wearing number 5 in the 5 spot. Jonah Cart hits 6th. He'll be in left field, wearing number 15. Braden Smith on the hill for St. Albans, wearing number 17, batting 7th. Josiah Cochran is over at first base, wearing number 7 in the 8th spot. And Gavin Grigsby rounds things out, the Red Dragon right fielder, wearing number 9. Try saying Red Dragon right fielder 3 times fast. It's not as easy as you think. With that, we'll mute the audio here for just a moment while we warm up the Oak Hill pitcher. And I remind you, we do that so we don't have the broadcast get kicked off of Facebook. So we'll come back when we are able to provide the sounds of the game on the New River Network. So Braxton Burke will lead things off here for the Red Dragons, as we are just about set to get started, just a little off the advertised. 6 o'clock sharp was the advertised first pitch for tonight's game. We're getting underway at 6:10, as that's a ball. 1-0 now to Mr. Burke. That's a ball behind him, and that will be a 2-0 count rather on Braxton Burke. Two-0 pitch from Jack Hess on the way is just a little bit inside for a 3-0 count. Three-0 pitch on the way, and that's a leadoff walk for Braxton Burke. St. Albans with the runner on here. Gavin Comer will be the second Red Dragon to the plate, and he will hit with no one on and with no one out rather, and one on. First pitch to Gavin Comer is a ball, a little high. They'll check over at first. Nothing doing. That's outside. Runner will go. And the runner will advance on a pass ball. That's a 2-0 count now on Mr. Comer. With a runner now in scoring position for St. Albans. That gets into center. And the runner will scurry on over to third. Not the best of starts for Jack Hess on the mound so far. That's in there for a strike, 2-1. Two one pitch to Gavin Comer incoming. That's inside a little bit. 3-1 count now to the St. Albans two-hitter. Three-one pitch is in the dirt. Runner at third won't tease that, will stay at third, and it's a second consecutive walk issued by Jack Hess to begin the ball game. It'll bring up Brogan Sams, trying to replicate the performance he had the last time he was in Fayette County, at least to my knowledge. If he's able to do that, Oak Hill may be in a heap of trouble. He had himself a heck of a performance. And he might have one here, but that's foul. He was trying to get his team on the board first, but he just hooked it down the left field line. A one pitch to Brogan Sams is out to third. They'll go to second for the lead runner, but the run will score. So St. Albans takes a 1-0 lead. Here with one out in the top of the first. They're going to say, actually, he was safe at second. I beg your pardon on that one. Dropped. So no one out now. We'll get our scoreboards situated here. There, now we're telling the accurate story of the game. 1-0 St. Albans. A 3-0 count now to Chance Campbell, the number 4 hitter in this Red Dragon lineup. They look back. So now it's at a 3-0 count now to Chance Campbell. Now we're back in business. That's ball 4. And the bases are full of St. Albans Red Dragons. They'll bring up Caden Riggin. Still with no one out here in the top half of the first inning. It's already 1-0 to the Red Dragons. Strike called. As Jack Hess working from ahead in the count now. He's ahead 0-1. That's outside, 1-1. Over to third, they'll get the runner there, but the run will score. So make it 2-0 now They'll bring up Jonah Cart now. With one out now. Courtesy runner for the catcher will be number 10, Braden Wentz. That's a ball, 1-0 to Jonah Cart. That ball gets into center field, but the runners won't test it. Runners will move up on the pass ball. Second and third, now one out. For Jonah Cart facing a 2-0 count. That's outside 3-0. Quick throw down to third on ball 3. Nothing quite doing. Second and third here, one out, top of the first. St. Albans already plated 2. And that just misses for another walk. That's the third such. It's the third walk issued by Jack Hess in the inning. Braden Smith will take his first cuts of the ball game now, the 7-hitter in the St. Albans order. We'll go ahead and make this remark as we head toward the bottom of the first, as that pitch is in there for a strike. We'll have no doubt some walk-up songs for Oak Hill hitters tonight, and we unfortunately will not be able to bring them to you for the same reason that we don't keep the audio up in between innings, as that one misses for a ball. Facebook in particular can be awfully picky about using audio you do not own in a broadcast, and they have been known to kick you off the air on their platform if you get caught doing that. So just a way of making sure this game doesn't go off the air, particularly with the city council meeting being on cable, streaming being the only way to catch this game at the moment, as that's a ball as well. We really want to make sure that these games are getting to you in their entirety. And so we will be muting audio while walk-up songs are being played, and then we'll come back with the sights and sounds of the game. That's in there, strike 2. Two-two pitch now to Braden Smith incoming. Huge second out opportunity here for Jack Hess. And he got him swinging, strike 3. And that is the huge second out, and it will bring up Josiah Cochran. That's in the dirt, and it kicks back toward the mound. So it's just a harmless ball 1. Everyone's just about set to go here now on a 1-0 pitch to Josiah Cochran. He kind of chopped at that and he fouled it off 1-1. One pitch is outside, 2-1. Two one misses outside, 3-1 now. Three-one pitch incoming. That's a strike, and the count runs full. And Jack Hess has a chance to get out of here with minimal damage, only having given up 2 runs, and allowing St. Albans to leave the bases loaded. If he can get one more across the plate. And he can. Strike 3 called. So with that, St. Albans sends 8 men to the plate. 2 of them scored, and they leave them loaded. We're going to the home half of the first inning on the New River Network. So Bo Ellsberg now will lead things off for a kill in the bottom of the first, as that's fouled. 0-1. Second pitch to him is a ball after they defer down to first base. That's a foul, will Get it to a 2-strike count now on Bo Ellswick. Two count now to Bo. Two count on Bo Ellswick. He will be out on strikes for the first out of the inning. So as Owen Gross strides into the box now for his first at bat of the ball game, he will watch strike one. Or ball one, I beg your pardon. Swung on and missed. Now it's strike one. I got there eventually. Yeah, it's a ball too low. And it is indeed ball two. 2-1 count now on Owen Gross. The 2-1 pitch to him is in there for a strike, 2-2. A little bit too far inside there, and the count runs full now, 3-2. Right back through the middle, base hit for Owen Gross. Now I realize the irony of me mentioning that we can't really play the music, is that's in the left field, a base hit. Hunter wastes no time getting himself on the board today with a single. As I was saying, I recognize the irony of the fact that we really couldn't, that I'm about to talk about Hunter's walk-up song. It sounds like something right out of the 1940s. And if you remember the last game we did here at Jerry Epperly Field, we mentioned the 1946 World Series. In watching a Major League game over the weekend, I actually came across some information about the 1946 World Series I thought was interesting. As it's a 1-0 count now to Landon Kalani. The 1946 World Series between the Red Sox and Cardinals, as the 1-0 pitch comes in and is fouled back 1-1, is the last World Series to only be available by either radio, going to the game, or reading about it in the paper the next morning. Starting in 1947, you could watch the World Series on television. That's out to third. They'll get the lead runner, and they won't get anyone else.
Now batting for the Red Devils, number 3.
2 on 2 out here. For Oak Hill. Oh, 1 count to Caleb Compton. Trying to get Oak Hill on the board and cut this lead in half. If he can trade places with the lead runner, Hunter Ellswick. That's a little too high for ball 1. That's outside, 2-1 now. Little chop added, and there'll be a foul ball. So Caleb is down to his last strike, and indeed Oak Hill's last in the inning. That's inside. And the count runs full, 3-2. The 3-2 pitch. Got him. So Caleb will take first the hard way. And the bases are full of Oak Hill Red Devils. Quick meeting on the mound, and now we're back ready to go. Swung on and missed there from Jack Hess. It's 0-1. Jack trying to help his own cause on the mound tonight. Was able to dance out of some trouble there late in the inning. And you'll watch ball 1 there. Swings and misses at that one. It's 1-2. Whoa. Well, Jack will take first and get an RBI the painful way. But it will cut into the deficit as Hunter Ellswick comes around to score.
Now batting for the Red Devils, number 9.
Courtesy runner for the pitcher, and we'll have Braxton Sizemore at the plate now for Oak Hill, the designated hitter tonight. And he'll watch ball 1. That's a tick low. Football 2. Base is still chock full of Oak Hill Red Devils. Here in a 2-1 game, bottom half of the first inning. Kind of offers it that, and it's a first strike against Braxton.
Everybody clap your hands.
The 2-1. Swung on and missed, 2-2 now. As Braden Smith is but one strike away from limiting the damage. And this time it would be Oak Hill's turn to strand him loaded in the first. That's outside. And the count runs full once again. What drama hinges on this one pitch? St. Albans is one strike away from getting out of it, and Oak Hill is one ball away from tying the game. Here we go. Swung on and missed, strike 3. That will do it. And we head now to the second inning. It's a 2-1 ball game in Oak Hill. Leading off for St. Albans is the number 9 hitter, Gavin Grigsby. Only Red Dragon not to come to the plate in the first inning. He'll take his first cut of the ball game. Not that time. He has to duck out of the way of that one for ball 1. That one is a fair ball. And Gavin will hold himself up at first. It's a leadoff single. But Mr. Grigsby will round us back out to the top of the order with Braxton Burke. That's in there, strike 1. Braxton's 0 for 0. He walked to begin the ball game. Later came around and scored the first run of the game. Runner goes. That's in the air. Out to center. And that's snagged out there for the out. Good play out there by Caleb Compton. And that'll bring up Gavin Comer. Gavin again walked his 0 for 0 in the ball game, and he is the second run to score in the ball game tonight. Look down at first. All right, we're ready to go once again. He got him. He's out. So Gavin Grigsby is erased, and all of a sudden Oak Hill are now only 1 out away from getting out of the inning with nothing given up. So here's Gavin Comer. That's in there, strike one. A 1 pitch. Incoming to Comer. Outside for ball 1. That's right back up the middle. It will be a base hit, and the inning will continue as Gavin Comer gets on base for Brogan Sams. That's in there, strike one. A 1 pitch to Brogan Sams is just a little bit outside for ball 1. That's in the dirt, and that's in the center field. And he's in there safe at third. So runner now at third, and a 2-1 count to Brogan Sams. That's outside for ball 3. That'll be a walk. So Brogan will take his base, and he'll bring up Chance Campbell. And they're on the corners here now for St. Albans. Need some new gear for our catcher is what it looks like. And with that, I think we're good. Chance Campbell still waiting the first pitch to him here in his second at bat of the game. Watch that for ball one. It's popped up. And it's a foul. One pitch incoming to Chance Campbell. That's inside and a little low for ball two. The 2-1. Inside and just about in the same spot, 3-1. So here now will be the 3-1 upcoming. That caught the outside corner and it's 3-2. Fouled off, and we'll do it again. It's a busy night here in Oak Hill. We have the softball team hosting South Charleston. Of course, our game here. There's a tennis meet going on between the two, softball field and the baseball field. And I'm sure track and field is up to something. I just can't tell you where they're at right now. That's outside, and it will be a walk to Chance Campbell. And the bases are full of St. Albans Red Dragons. That brings up Caden Riggin. Makes on a fielder's choice his last time up. That misses for ball one. That's through into left field, a base hit. And that'll plate two. That's a 2 RBI single for Caden Riggin. And it's now 4-1 St. Albans. With still 2 outs in the inning, Jonah Cart is up now for his second at bat of the night. Jonah walked. And was left stranded. And he's ahead in the count now, 1-0. That's inside. Ball gets away, though. It's a strike one. And the runners will not test. And that's in there. Strike two. A 1-2 pitch is chopped out to second. They'll go to first for the out, and that will be that. So we go to the bottom of the second. Oak Hill is down 4-1. They'll try to cut in this lead when we come back on the Nerva Network. So Raylan Stone Street will lead off the bottom of the second here for Oak Hill. And he'll look at that one for ball one. The young Red Devils trying to claw their way back into this one. They trail it 4-1. He chops at that and fouls it off 1-1. One to Raylan Stone Street is a strike. 1-2. 1-2 count now. Is fouled back. We'll do it again. The 1-2 pitch to Stone Street is strike three, but the ball does get away. And they'll retire him there. Going to bring up the bottom part of the Oak Hill order is Tucker Bragg, now the number 9 hitter. And he is ahead in the count, 1-0. That's in there, strike one. Two strike count now. No, he got him. I missed something. I sincerely apologize for that. I had that being just strike two. And that's strike one to Bo Ellswick. The 0-1 pitch to Bo is in there, 0-2. Oh, 2 pitch is hit right back up the middle, and that will be a base hit for Bo. Owen Gross, the Red Devil number 2 hitter in the order, the 4th hitter of the inning. We'll watch it for ball one. It's a strike, 1-1. That's a strike as well, 1-2 now to Owen Gross. The 1-2 pitch inside for ball two. That's a little bit low. Full count now for Owen Gross. Payoff pitch incoming. Runner going. And that's a walk.
Now batting for the Red Devils, number 7.
So as Hunter steps in here, we'll continue our little series in the 1947 World Series. I mentioned that it was the first World Series on broadcast television. Don't know how. It's a strike. Oh, 1 to Hunter. Back out towards short. They'll go to second for the easy out, and that will be that. So we'll continue our little series in the 1947 World Series when we begin the third inning on the Nerva Network. So we're back with you here on the New River Network as Braden Smith will lead things off to begin the third inning. And I mentioned the 1947 World Series, and I hate to fixate on that, but I did find this interesting. I wanted to bring it up. We're actually coming up on a really kind of an important milestone as it's ball one for the 1947 season. Jackie Robinson made his debut for the Dodgers on April 15, 1947. We're only a couple days away from that anniversary in Jackie Robinson Day. Not to mention the fact that the Dodgers played in that 1947 World Series against the Yankees and lost. So a big day for Brooklyn, or a big year for Brooklyn, rather. He made his debut against the Boston Braves, the same organization that is now in Atlanta. It's ball two. Little did anyone know, but in about 10 years' time, neither team would be in its present location at the time. The Dodgers, of course, moved to Los Angeles in 1957, and the Braves up and left Boston in 1953. It's 3-0 to Braden Smith. Strike. He was walking toward first base, and the umpire said, "No, sir." Swings and misses at that one, and the count runs full. I don't know what has come over baseball players. Every one of them at some point in their lives will make a walk toward first base, and having not had that call, and every time an umpire goes, that's strike three called. So Braden Smith is down for the first out of the inning, and that brings up Josiah Cochran. That's back up the middle for a bit. No, it's going to be snagged out there at short, and they'll throw on to first and get the out. So Cochran is down quickly, and that brings up Gavin Grigsby. And that's outside for ball one. That's foul back. 1-1. Bunt shown. And they'll just let it roll foul. 1-2 now on Gavin Grigsby. The 1-2 pitch is going to get him. Then it'll get us back to the top of the Red Dragon order with Braxton Burke. Man, there's a lot of tongue twisters here tonight. No kill, I'll tell you that much. Braxton is 0 for 1. He walks in the first and flew out to center in the second. And he'll be ahead in the count now, 1-0. They looked over at first, nothing doing. And that's foul.
It's on live TV, YouTube, New River Network.
This one here keeps freezing up on me too for some reason. Like, I don't know if there's anything to do with it, but yeah. We have 3 runs now.
And that's into right center field. A base hit. It will roll a little bit. And that should score the run. Indeed, it will.
All right, way to hustle.
As Gavin Grigsby comes around to score. And Brendan Burke has himself an RBI double. Gavin Comer trying to trade places with Burke. And if he can do so, it will make it a 5-run game.
Yeah, he just came in and now it's 5-4.
Let's check on the runner there a second. That's a little bit too low for ball 1 on Gavin Comer. That gets into center field, and that'll get the runner over to third. Still a 1-0 count to Gavin Comer. Now with a runner at third, the 6th run. It's a pass ball. That run will score.
David's up and it just froze up.
Oh, no way.
Go Gavin.
Come on now.
That's in the right field, a base hit.
How about that? That got 5 feet. Yeah, he was going to call it a strike, so you had to swing it.
Here's Brogan Sams. Sams reached on the fielder's choice and has walked so far in our ball game.
He just got a double. David just got a double.
And that'll get away. Runner will take second.
Okay, I thought I heard 3.
Yeah, David just did double. And now it's 65.
Looking back at the runner at second. And not much up to. That's a strike. That's a long strike on a foul ball. One and two the count. Another foul ball, so we'll do it again on Brogan Sam's. 2-2 they say, and 2-2 it shall be on the count. Two strike pitch regardless on Sam's is outside, full count now. That's another foul ball. As Brogan's doing its best Bee Gees impression and staying alive. Popped up. And that's the third out. So, we go now into the fourth inning. It is 6-1 St. Albans. At the bottom of the fourth, I beg. Bottom of the third. Yes, bottom three. Sorry. On the Nova Network. Landon Kalani will lead things off in the home half of the third inning. And he's down 0-1. His team is down 6-1, and St. Albans is nothing but consistent, scoring 2 runs in every inning so far. That's a ball. And that's a little bit inside there. 2-1 count now on Landon Kalani. Trying to get on and get the leadoff runner on and get Oak Hill a chance to dig into his lead here a little bit. That's inside as well. 3-1 count now on Landon. The 3-1. That misses, and that's a walk. So Landon is indeed on. Now bring up Caleb Compton. First pitch upcoming to Caleb Compton is a ball. One 0 count. Swung on and back out to short. Only play is at first, and that's the play they'll make. Gonna bring up Jack Hess. Swings and misses at that one, 0-1. That's in the dirt. 1-1. Two one. Two one pitch incoming to Jack Hess. Swings and misses at that one. It's 2-2 now. And Jack Hess is down on strikes for the second out of the inning. So Braxton will be looking to get on the board here as he struck out in his first time up. That's outside, ball one. Comes up empty there. And a 1-1 count to Braxton. That's in the dirt, ball two. That's over to third. and they'll get the runner out there at first. So with that, we have played 3 now. We'll go to the 4th. It's 6-1 St. Albans. We welcome you back for the 4th inning here on the New River Network. We've got a new pitcher on the mound for a kill. That's number 3, Caleb Compton. He will start off with the heart of the St. Albans order, the 4-5-6 in the Red Dragons batting order, with Chance Campbell, the first to greet him in the center field spot and the number 4 spot in the order. He has walked twice tonight, so he's 0 for 0 officially. But he's gotten to third base twice in this game. He'll start us off now by watching a ball. That's a ball as well. It's 2-0 now. The 2-0 inside 3-0. That's a 4-pitch walk. Chance Campbell does not have a hit tonight, but he's been on base 3 times with 3 walks. His on-base percentage is no doubt going up as a result of tonight's game, and Caden Riggin will be tasked with getting him over. Reese on the fielder's choice and straight up singled in his 2 plate appearances tonight, and he will get hit. So Chance Campbell goes down to second, Riggin to first, and Jonah Cart, who has walked and grounded out to the second baseman. In this one due up now for St. Albans. That's in there, strike one. Kind of a late call, but it was a strike. And that's inside. 1-1.
Yeah, they canceled that tournament was supposed to be at Capitol, remember? Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then it didn't work out somehow.
2-1. That's outside. 3-1 now. And that'll be a free pass issue to Jonah Cart, his second drawn of the game. And that'll bring up Braden Smith. By my count, Braden has struck out twice tonight. And that's outside. A little bit high there. 2-0 now to Braden Smith. That's in there, strike one. If you're going by the trend St. Albans have set, those first two runners should score and then it should be smooth sailing for Oak Hill the rest of the inning. That seems to be how it goes. Popped up. Then I'll bring up Josiah Cochran. We're looking who will be down 0-1. Josiah struck out in the first and grounded out to short in the third. And he's down 0-2 now on a long strike out of play. The 0-2. In there. 1-2 now. That's a little behind, and it will run the count now to 2-2. Strike 3 called. And that's a big second out here for Mr. Compton on the mound. He keeps it at 6-1 for now, and that'll bring up Gavin Grigsby, who popped out, who singled and was hit by a pitch. So he's 1 for 1 in the ball game. And he'll find himself ahead 1-0 in this count in his second at bat of the game. Third at bat. There we go. That's in there, strike 1. Ball 2. Swung on and missed. 2-2 now. And that's foul back. We'll do it again. Two-two pitch once again. Outside, full count now. 3-2. Runner's going, and that's popped up and out of play. Two-two pitch once again. Is a walk. It's going to be 3-2 pitch, I beg your pardon, to Gavin. That'll make it 7-2 now as everyone moves up a station. 7-1 St. Albans with the lead here. And Braxton Burke is ahead 1-0. Depending on how things go in the 5th inning, we could be looking at a run rule situation here should things progressively get worse for Oak Hill. That's into right center field, a base hit that will score 1. And it should make it 9-2 with 2 runs coming into scored. Indeed, it will. It's a 2 RBI double for Braxton Burke.
Come on, Gab, bring him in, buddy.
That'll bring up Gavin Comer. One of 2 Gavins in the lineup. And he'll look at strike 1 there. That's in the dirt, ball 1. high for ball 2. Two one count to Gavin Comer. 3-1 now. He looked down toward third, but runner really wasn't in the mood to test it. And with the situation being what it is, I can't say I blame them. The 3-1 pitch is inside for ball 4. And Gavin Comer has drawn a walk to load the bases. That brings up Brogan Sams. And we are going to have a conference on the mound. And deep left pitching change is what it looks like. And so with that, we'll take a little bit of a pause to get everything sorted out. Let the new pitcher get his arm warmed up. And when we come back, we'll have the resumption of the game for you right here on the New River Network. New pitcher on the mound for Oak Hill is number 12, Bronson McLean, and he is tasked with getting the final out of the 4th inning here, trying to keep the Red Dragons where they are. They've got the bases loaded here with Brogan Sams up at the plate, and he'll look at ball 1. It's a 1-1 count to Brogan. Right now it's 9-1, Red Dragons with the lead here. That's down the third base line. And after a bit of something over there at third, trying to figure out where they were going to go with it, they do get the third out. So with that, we head to the 5th. half of the fourth. I beg your pardon. I'm so sorry. On the River Network. So Raylan Stone Street will lead off, and he fouls off that one. 0-1 here as we play the bottom half of the fourth inning. Red Devils down 9-1. And Raylan's down 0-2. Raylan struck out, but the ball got away and he was thrown out over at first. And he strikes out once again, this time without the ball getting away for the first out of the inning. New Red Devil out there, number 19. We'll get his name as soon as we can. He swings and misses. And it's Carter Weeks out there. He's in for Tucker Bragg, but Tucker will re-enter the ball game. One and two count to Carter Weeks. And Carter goes down on strikes. They'll bring up Bo Ellswick now as Bo will watch ball one. That is in the air, and it will drop in right center field for a base hit for Bo Ellswick. And that should bring up Owen Gross. That'll get into left field. Base hit for Owen Gross. And with Hunter Ellswick up now, I regret to inform you I am fresh out of facts about the 1940s. So you are spared from that. I'm sure a bunch of you out there are counting your blessings on that one. Here's the first pitch to Hunter, and that is grounded out to short. They'll go for the forced out there at second, and that will be that. So we have played 4. And when we come back, we're at the top of the 5th for you on the New River Network. Leading things off here for St. Albans will be the number 4 hitter, Chance Campbell. That's chopped out to short. They'll go to first for it, and he's safe at first.
Let's go! Get rid of the ball!
Gonna bring up Caden Riggin. Caden reached on the fielder's choice in the first. He was hit by a pitch in the fourth, and he singled in the second. That's a ball to him 1-0. And that got him. Second time in as many at bats that Caden's been hit by a pitch. And it'll bring up Jonah Cart. Jonah walked in the first, grounded out to second in the second, and then he walked in the fourth. So he's 0 for 1 in the ball game so far. Take a look back. Grounded out to third.
Go to second.
And they're going to get the runner out at first, but both runners will advance. That got him. That got Braden Smith. So another hit batsman here. We'll load the bases full of Red Dragons here for Josiah Cochran. And no, we're going to have a substitution, number 26, into the ball game. I'm not looking at it. Oh, yes, I am. Mason Bledsoe's into the ball game, number 26 for Josiah Cochran. Bledsoe's first pitch he sees in the game is ball one. That's ball two to Mason Bledsoe. Grounded over to third. They'll go and they get the out at first. That's two gone, but the run will score. I'll bring up Gavin Grigsby. That is in the air to left field. And it's caught out there to end the inning. But St. Albans does push a run across. We go to the home half of the fifth. It's 10-1. This leading off the fifth inning for the Red Devils will be number 18, Landon Kalani. And he fouls that one off 0-1. A 1 to Landon is just a little bit inside for a 1-1 count now. That's foul, and it's a 1-2 count now on Landon.
Nice miss.
Truth be told, that looked pretty good from where I'm standing, but it was ruled a ball. And thus it is now a 2-2 count on Landon Kalani. And he swings and misses at that one. One gone here in the Oak Hill fifth. I'll bring out Caleb Compton, and he will look at a strike. 0-1 to Caleb. One count now on a ball to Caleb Compton. Kind of chops at that and fouls it off. Caleb's been hit by a pitch and grounded out to short in his 2 plate appearances this evening. And he swings and misses at that one, and he's down on strikes. For tonight's starting pitcher, Jack Hess. And he'll have to dodge out of the way of that one, and does, thankfully, for ball 1. Comes up empty at that one. 1-1. Swings and misses at that one. It's 1-2 now to Jack Hess. He comes up empty at that one, and it's a situation where St. Albans strikes out the side. We'll go to the 6th. It's 10-1 Red Dragons. We're back with you here for the sixth inning. Leading off the inning for St. Albans will be Braxton Burke, the number one hitter, the leadoff hitter in the order. Braxton has, let's see here, walked, flown out to center, doubled, and doubled again. Eventful evening so far for a lot of his teammates as well as he. And he'll watch a ball 1-0. Strike is in there. 1-1.
Adam just got Jack thrown out at third base again.
And that is a little high and inside for ball 2 to Braxton Burke.
He got a little hit though.
And Braxton will take a second walk of the game. He'll sail on down to first, and I say that because his name is spelled B-U-R-K-E. And if you're a fan of Stephen Foster tunes from way back in the 1800s, not that many people are, but I have heard a few. There was one he wrote about a steamship going down the Mississippi River called the Glendy Burke, and it's spelled exactly the same way. There's a ground ball out to short, and everybody's safe. The Stephen Foster tune you might be most familiar with if you watch the Kentucky Derby. He is the one who penned My Old Kentucky Home. So Brogan Sams will line that back toward third. They'll go to first for the out, and he's safe. So 18 is hitting for 3. That will be Gavin Myers. Will be hitting for Chance Campbell. He looks at a strike, 0-1. One and one. In there, strike 2. That's in the air to left. Runner will tag. And the runner will score. That'll make it 11-1. And 1 out. Riggins back up there. And he'll watch a ball inside, 1 out. Caden Riggin will hope to avoid the fate of his last 2 plate appearances. He has been hit by a pitch the last 2 times he's been in the batter's box. And weirdly enough, they've come in consecutive innings as well, in the 4th and 5th. hit the bat. Okay, so he didn't have a third straight hit by pitch. That would be something. That would be something. The great baseball writer Tim Kirkshin for ESPN has been quoted as saying, "If you go to a baseball game, you'll see something you've never seen before every night you go." And I think having 3 consecutive innings of the hit by pitch would certainly qualify for me. That's back to the mound, and they'll get the out at second. And we'll see who came up a little worse for wear out of that. Jonah Cart stands in now. Comes up empty the first pitch. Yeah, it's 0-1. It's a beautiful evening that settled in over Oak Hill. When we were coming over to the game, it was kind of spritzing on and off, and you didn't know how it was going to play throughout the game, but it has turned into a fantastic evening, as that has felt to make it 0-2. It's a little bit chilly. I actually had to grab my jacket, which you might be hearing some interference between my jacket and my microphone. It's just the way it is. But it's a little bit chilly, but all in all, not a bad night for baseball. Here's the 0-2. It's outside. Try to get him to chase, and he was not biting. And it's 1-2. The 1-2. In the air to center, that's going to drop, and it will score another run. So Josiah Cochran. No. Braden Smith. I beg your pardon. Fouls that one off. I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself. It's a foul ball. 0-1. That got him. So that'll bring up Mason Bledsoe for his second at bat of the game. Mason grounded out to third his last time up. It's also the second consecutive time that Braden Smith has been hit by a pitch tonight. So we're going to have a pitching change here for Oak Hill, and while they will get everything sorted out in the field, we're going to pause for just a moment, and when we come back, we'll resume the game right here on the Near River Network. We're going to get things restarted on the mound for Oak Hill. Facing Mason Bledsoe. Strike. Tucker Bragg's out there on the mound. He's got what is now a 2-1 count on Mason Bledsoe. Bragg's next pitch is a ball. 2-1 says the umpire. So here's the 2-1 pitch, and that is swung on and driven into center field. It will drop, run will score, and it's now 13-1 St. Albans. That's a strike now to Gavin Grigsby. That ball gets away. And that will be the 14th run of the ball game. And everyone moves up a station, so it's a 1-1 count to Grigsby. Inside, ball 2. Swung on and missed it. That fell. I think he got a little bit of that. It's a 2-strike count regardless. 2-2 pitch incoming from Tucker Bragg trying to end the inning. And he does indeed. We'll go now to the home half of the 6th. It is a 14-1 game in Oak Hill. Braxton Sizemore will lead us off in the home half of the sixth inning. And it's prudent to note that should Oak Hill fail to score 5 runs, then this game would be over. Excuse me. Yeah. Doing my math. I never was good at math, folks, and I say that almost every broadcast, it seems, but I never have been a math whiz. So you'll forgive me for that one. That's a strike. Swung on and missed. It's 2-2 now. Fouled off, and we'll do it again. To Braxton Sizemore. With Raylan Stone Street on deck. Swung on and missed, strike 3, and that's the first out of the inning. So Raylan Stone Street comes into the batter's box now. Raylan has struck out twice so far tonight. And he's ahead here, 1-0 now in this count. Swung on and missed there, 1-1. Fouled off. 1-2 now to Raylan Stone Street. That's outside, 2-2. That's just foul. And by that I mean it landed near the light pole. Still 2-2 count on Raylan Stone Street here. He bats with 1 gone in the home half of the 6th. And that is in the air to center field. And then will be got out there for the second out of the inning. And with that, Oak Hill are down to their last out in the game. It will be Tucker Bragg standing in, trying to extend the ball game here for the Red Devils.
How'd they do this weekend, Tim Michael?
They come in, they made the Final Four. They played pretty good. Yeah.
It'll be ball 1 to Tucker Bragg. The 1-0 inside, ball 2. Two 0 is in there, strike 1. The 2-1. Fouled off 2-2. And the Red Devils now down to their last strike. Two-two pitch incoming. Swung on and missed strike three. The ball gets away. They'll just make the tag. And with that, St. Albans comes in here and gets a 14-1 win over the Oak Hill Red Devils. And what has been a rough year on the diamond for Oak Hill continues. But as we may mention in the last game, and I will echo it because it is honestly true, at times a season may be rough, but for a team littered with freshmen, it's a young group, and as long as these experiences are learned from, it'll be okay. So that will take us to the conclusion of this one. Once again, our final score, St. Albans 14, Oak Hill 1. We thank you so much for tuning us in on the Nerva Network, and we'll see you next time right here.